Hello guys, this is Randhir Singh and we are on a journey to a museum. So currently standing at the local bus stop waiting for the bus. So guys, we have reached our destination. So this is the Museum of North Vancouver, and when I just entered, look what I read. It says our culture has not died, we continue practicing it today. So it very much resonates with the assignment that we are doing today. We are here to delve deeper in the culture and the community of Indigenous people. So first, let's have a look at museum. So this museum is like a time capsule which has like various things in it, from transportation and how the cultures evolved by the time, and how the things are going today, and about the world wars and everything. But we are mainly focusing on the learnings about the Indigenous people. So in this assignment and in this museum, so it is basically focused on two basic groups, so which is the Squamish people and the Tsleil-Waututh people. These two people are the people of same land. They consider them as the caretakers of these lands, and also like they have really reverence to the water and the cedar tree. If we talk about the Squamish people, basically like the community is formed by the interwoven relationship of 16 families, while the Tsleil-Waututh people, they acted like a lone wolf, like they are their own nation now. Like it's got a history we're gonna discuss later. Out of the learnings which I get to know after visiting this museum is like the importance of cedar tree for these people. So as we can see here, like this is the perfect example of that. They made jewelry, they made the ropes from it, and also they also used to do the basketry. They made utensils. Like these people are really innovative and super smart in various ways. For example, we can see the carvings, the tools, and everything. Another learning after visiting the museum and reading about these people more is the connection to the nature. As we can see, like this carving is done representing a kind of fish or crocodile, and these are eagles and jaguar, and let's see, like this is a dog-like structure. So these people, they are really connected with the nature. So they are kind of they were living the sustainable life. They were taking things from the nature and they were investing those things in the nature and their livelihood. They are known for their weaving culture, so they use like this disc type thing to wove the wool, or to make the yarns. So they use this for the blankets and the clothing, everything. Fun fact, like the thing that really fascinated me is this stick which has the eagle and the animals and the carving over it. So this is known as the speaker's staff. So whenever they used to organize any kind of meetings, the speaker, that person would have it in hand, and who's over holding it is going to speak. No one else was allowed to speak. Moving further about knowing about these people, so here's a quite interesting example. So these are the Stone Age tools, like the wedges they used. This is made of stone and wood, and the carving has done with these tools. But when the Iron Age came, so they start using the iron tools. And continuing with the topic of using wood, here is like an antique example of a canoe that he used for like small transportation for sporting purposes. And this particular one, this was used by a Squamish elder for berry picking, and this is also made of cedar. So cedar, it really has like the hardcore presence within the roots of these cultures. So this connection also tell us about the spiritualism or the religion that these culture have. So like every piece, like it has their own history, it has own significance, importance. For example, like these marks, these masks were used in dancing and like in the gatherings or the festivals that these people used to celebrate, and they still celebrate now. The colonization really hit these people really bad. Colonization hit indigenous culture in a really bad way. As we know, like the children were taken out from their homes. We know this as the Truth and Reconciliation Day. The colonizers, they were trying to like take the indigenous culture from the hearts of these people, from the children. They started to exploit their lands, their resources, and even the people themselves. As we can see here, like this whole section is dedicated to truth and reconciliation. The survivors, like as we can read this from the chieftain George, it is like it was terrible. We were forbidden to speak our own language even at play, and at night we slept in hard beds. So they tried to colonize their minds, their resources, their lands, and the things that they were striving on. Or we can say they banned the woving culture to rip off these people from the livelihood or the basic necessities. So this was a little visit to this museum, and these were the things that I get to know of, and I feel more connected towards these groups, because as an immigrant I'm also using their lands, I'm living over them, and I know what it had costed them to be called as the nations. They have like this rich history that came from the rooted culture from the ancient times to the modern worlds. As we can see, like these celebrate how these people, like they get the recognition in the colonialism and how they formed their own government. So for ending note, I would say like it was an overwhelming experience for me. I get to know more, and it was a great assignment. Thank you so much. So for the second part of this assignment, I'm sitting by this staff because this is the speaker staff, and the person who speaks, like we hold this staff. So I would start by pointing out a basic difference that I found is in the art form. So although the art are representable of religion or spiritualism, back in India, like only there is one temple that I can think of. It is made of wood, is the Jagannath temple. But apart from that, the artwork is mainly done the carving on the stones, like the caves of Ajanta, Ellora, the ancient temples, as you can see in these pictures. So while talking about the similarity, I would like to point out one thing, like the woven process. It is universal. So more or less every culture in this world has these woven processes. But the thing that I would really like to talk that is really similar is the glorification of nature. So in India, we also consider our waters, our lands as sacred, and the indigenous culture in Canada, they do the same. And we have also like the local deities and everything. So as per this factor, so I find the similar. And that was all. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining here.